So let's see. The Gravedigger revealed in hand. That's because he went Gravedigger into Gravedigger and then 300 life to bring it back.
Yep.
All right. So what's Lucifer's strategy here? Early discard, mid game, try to drop a Jet Black, reestablish game.
I think it's really trying to go wide here.
For Lucifer.
Yeah.
Lucifer go wide.
Yeah, because so if you try to go for the discard, Frayla's going to sit back and passively drop little guys while poking in for damage, like Gravekeepers and stuff, and constantly adding another card back to hand per turn. You can try. There's an idea where like trying to turbo out, hit as many cards as early as possible to force Frayla into that position, and then just starting to go wide with like Rays and Majins. I'm assuming this is the aggro list. It may be the control list, but
yeah, I don't know.
If it's the control list, then I think Frayla is going to be able to have the time it needs to be able to slowly add cards back. So the big question is if Lily is ever going to be able to actually resolve multiple drain triggers in order to keep Frayla on her front side, constantly paying 3 life a time to be able to keep adding cards back.
Yeah.
Because I think if Lucifer can pitch all of Frayla's cards and then start playing super aggressively and go wide, I think Frayla's going to have a tough time because she can only add 1 card a turn, and that's not going to be enough to keep up with Lucifer just suddenly dropping everything mid-game. But if this is the control list, Lucifer won't have that kind of pressure.
Well, this is actually very interesting because he's Frayla's taking a very patient route.
Yep. This is the control list.
Slams a turn 3, not be targeted by black.
Okay.
You know what? That's not bad, but Frayla does play the Shade Assassin, so Frayla has a lot of ways around barrier, and he's already like low curve enough to where he can freely keep swinging, draw out a block, and then go in with a poke from an assassin, and it's almost like nothing ever happened.
Yep, this is kind of what happened in my match with Bremont, where he was playing Brunhild into me, where Frayla's going to have a lot of little guys that can just keep poking for damage.
And honestly, like right now, he's at like, he could go Joan Majin, like he can still have 3 resonators with that 1 block. So like, I wouldn't be he comes down here and takes that Grim out if he has 1 in hand.
I mean, Jet Black Wings will still actually make a huge impact in this matchup, being able to do that on Frayla's turn, and because that literally just prevents everything from being able to hit Frayla's board other than Ray. The only thing that will be able to survive is a Ray. So. Okay,
so he's definitely going for that trade option there. So then Majin Dark Elf's probably going to come back to hand, I would imagine.
Yeah, paying 3, getting it back. Yeah, there he go. Oh, he got Gravekeeper back.
No, Gravekeeper.
He wants to keep milling.
So he's just going to keep, I mean, because he's at a point right now where, like, if he can just naturally have the good resonators in the grave, then awakened undeads would actually be very cool. A command to get it back. I have a lot of time and resources to get through that first Grim.
Yeah.
So this will actually be pretty interesting, but the engine is still turning. So Frayla actually hasn't dropped a card, still and about to draw up to 7, right? So Frayla is still, even though they're using like 2 cards to handle the 1, because of the Frayla engine and because Lucifer hasn't done any discard, she's not even feeling any of this right now.
Yep.
This could be a problem for Lucifer because Lucifer's cards get pretty expensive, and when Frayla gets to 4 or 5, all of a sudden with a mitt full of 7 cards, there's just so much stuff coming their way.
I agree.
So yeah, trying so hard for that Grim, I don't know if we're at the right part of the game.
Yeah, I think it would have just been honestly better for Lucifer to have just passed in Jet Black Wings on the Frayla's turn to be able to buy more time because he's playing the control list. He needs more stones, and just buying time and being able to ensure, this is another turn that you can't press through with anything. Killing the 2 Gravekeepers and saying to the Frayla player, the only thing you can put down this turn is a Ray. So I think that would have been better than trying to drop the Grim again. And then it would have come back to him. He would have been on 4 stones. He could have paid 2 for command, gotten the Grim back, and then still had 2 will for like a Black Rosario or Demon Division or whatever. But now he's just got a floating will that doesn't look like it'll do anything.
2 for Ray, 2 for a Fate.
And he gets
and
the
he
Jean.
hit the Jean.
Spider's Web. So the Grim has already taken 4 from the Gravekeeper. Spider's Web is going to neg 6, so it will only take another damage.
Yeah.
So he's at 5 damage on Grim with a neg 1/1.
So yeah, Grim's going to stay alive this turn, but it's going to be a 6/6 flyer barrier at that point.
Yeah.
This would actually be a very good time for Jet Black Wings. Maybe...
Oh, wait. No, that should have killed Grim because of the +2 counters on Jean. That was 9 minus 6 would have been 3 plus the 4 from Gravekeeper.
Yeah, it would be dead.
Or did Gravekeeper not block it? Let me
no, Grave. Yeah, it definitely would. So yeah, Grave. I think they're talking it out right now. So I'm pretty sure Grim will die. Oh, he's taking it back.
Yep. There we go.
So he's gonna take it back.
Yeah, because Cole forgot about the +2 counters until after that interaction. So.
Oh yeah, you're right. So then Majin Dark Elf is coming back. Probably Spider's Web end of turn. Grim back in hand. Maybe something along those lines. See, the interesting thing about a Jet, maybe not even. You might just go into turn, Spiderweb, Ray, recover, call Stone, go Jet Black Wings, clear the board, keep them off for a turn, and then have your 1 will up, maybe rip a card out. Because yeah, you definitely don't want that Ray to flip.
Yep.
And you would kill the Jean in that way.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Because then he has to Jet Black Wings on his opponent's turn. Okay. So, Unawakened, just going for the kill spell on Sword of the Moon. 4 stones. Jean is a legal target. Blood Spray, probably.
No, Black Rosario.
Black Rosario.
Okay. Not bad.
That'll work.
What's he doing with the other 2 will, though? Control Lucifer doesn't really have many good 2 will plays other than Demon Division and Black Rosario, so...
No, but we don't want to tap out either. Not again.
Oh, it's
Crap.
Ray.
Demon
yeah,
Division.
so the 2 plays. Because the only other 2-cost plays Command of Life and Death, Blood Spray, or Ray, but...
This is kind of interesting here because the deck just has so much aggression that on 5 stones, and a Majin Dark Elf is in hand, so guaranteed 6.
Yep.
They just have to whip up 22 more damage. So like, an Awakened March of the Dead would hit a...
it would get another Jean back for 7, so that would get him down to 15.
What else he's got in this grade?
Well, I mean, honestly, like, once he gets him down to 15, the turn after, he's looking at lethal on a flip from Frayla.
Yeah. So let's see. What would you do of Demon Division 4 there? I mean, the first card that came to mind for me was Evil Elemental Uprising, but with no will to cast it, I don't think it's the most play.
That or Black Tears. He doesn't have any other cheap answers or expensive answers that will do a lot. Although Athena isn't too bad. Being able to play it, killing a Resonator, passing, and then tapping and negging the board isn't too bad.
Yeah, but he would only be negging the board for 2.
True. Yeah, he doesn't have enough.
Because he doesn't have 4 runes yet.
Yep. And I don't think he plays Tears.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He is going aggro.
And he's still going to have the Majin play as well this turn. Unless he uses the red on Frayla to give swiftness. Yeah, he's going to use the red on Frayla, yeah.
He's going to get swiftness. That's going to be 1,000. Then he's probably going to get
8
to Dark Elf.
Yeah, that's going to
So
be
8.
18 in total. So he's going to
And
get him down
then-
to 10 with a Majin in hand.
Yeah. Woof. Yeah, this is what happens when you tap out against an aggro deck.
Yeah.
Like, that is rough.
Yeah, at least
Rough
the
patch.
aggro version would have been able to potentially put up the pressure to be able to equate to what Frayla was doing, and so Frayla would have actually had to play and interact with Lucifer's board. But the control version, being so reactive, just doesn't have enough cheap spells in order to deal with all these 1-drops that keep recurring.
Oh my goodness, when Frayla attacks, it doesn't even have the same effect that the Frayla Resonator has. Like, you don't have to destroy whatever got swiftness and plus 4 score.
It's a better Frayla.
And he's still got a mitt full of cards.
Yep.
Like, yeah, bad. This is what Frayla was designed to do. It was designed to be aggressive and advantage in a way that Keurig actually can't, because Frayla can maintain her advantage and be resistanced. So, like most Keurig decks, in order to maintain the kind of advantage that Frayla can do naturally. Oh.
Oof.
Oh boy.
I don't think Frayla even cares about the lilies getting discarded eventually by a glint. So
I mean, the freaky thing is, whatever he plays, he swings with Frayla, and that thing gets swiftness.
Yep.
Every card in his hand has swiftness. While
See,
Frayla's
what
on
I'm looking at here is he glinted, called the Majin, then he's going to Sword of Lament, kill the Frayla, and then glint again, call the double Lily, possibly.
Oh goodness, he does play Sword of Lament, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, but then he's tapped out and got another 4 Shade Assassin for 2.
Yeah. So he'll be down
Top
to
deck.
4 life. Top deck Majin for lethal.
Top deck Majin for lethal. Top deck Jean for lethal. Top deck.
And end of turn, he's going to add back the Majin from his grave too. So then the Lucifer player needs to hit the Majin out of hand again. Yep. He's going to cast the glint again, hit the double Lily, I'm assuming.
How many stones does he have? He has 4 stones.
Yep. Yep. Hit the 2
Yeah.
Lilies. And then Sword of Lament the J Ruler.
Oh man.
Yeah, the only way Keurig actually gets to be resilient with its resonators is by searching additional supremacies and playdeads, because they essentially are additional resonators, but...
Yeah, it recycles what you have, yeah.
But it doesn't get to do what Frayla does, where, oh man, just adding Majin Dark Elves at the end of each turn back. But at the same time, it's cool just having the burn potential that Frayla doesn't have. So,
Yes, like the fact that Frayla has to do it with a resonator
yeah,
is
can sometimes be really
very
detrimental.
interesting.
Yeah.
Because most of Keurig over the top is when they've done all that they can with the resonators. By the time they're down to 12, they're now in spell burn rate.
Right.
And Frayla just does, like the fact that Frayla has
So
to
if you
do
can
it
keep
with
a
presence on the board, you can't get around it if you're Frayla.
Mhm.
But so let's see. Yeah, if he sort of laments, he will
Yep,
stay
we're just going
alive.
to game 2.
Okay. Because it was interesting. Also, a stone that you can consider is the demonic soul stone, right?
Oh yeah, for additional burns.
So
There's her
if they would
reach.
have killed, if they would have killed Frayla, yeah, he would have called the stone. He'd been at 5. He'd have dropped 2 1-drops, one being a 2/2 swiftness, and he would have swung for 4, 6,
Got
and
him
then
down
been
to
able to
4.
tap 3 for 3 burn damage down to 1.
Add the Majin back to hand at end of turn.
Oh yeah, nasty stuff. And then at that point, it's like next turn, I play any Dark Elf and tap my stone again for 3, kill you. So yeah, there's your burn, demonic soul stone. Again, requires resonators, but yeah, Frayla did exactly that was designed to do in that game.
Mhm.
Not having the early discard though, I think. So I know a lot of times a deck like this doesn't seem the most powerful,
Mhm.
but the reanimator spells early, like So like he ended up playing a March of the Dead, and so if he was able to rip out, then he wouldn't have lost his first grip, right? He didn't have the resources to do that. So like there are safe targets with these that can actually decrease the hand size effectively, right? So I wouldn't mind seeing more early discard, and just kind of seeing if he does end up taking the approach of the earlier Jet Black Wing.
Yep.
I think an earlier Jet Black Wings to set Frayla back an entire could really help out Lucifer.
I agree.
We've got Cole just putting away 4 cards, probably a hard mulligan for the Gravekeeper. Gravekeeper's the early engine for Frayla. Lucifer going first. Going to take the first peek, and here's the early discard. So March of the Dead, first pick all day. All day March of the Dead. So looks like kept the Majin Dark, which is interesting. And then hard mulligan for the other 4 if he didn't. So Shade Assassin's probably going to come down. Or we just glint back. Blind glint for Glint of Insight.
Yeah. There we go.
Blind glint for glint. I wonder what he called.
Hopefully
he calls correctly so that we know what he called.
Yeah.
We're getting to the 4 cards he didn't call. Oh, he can't. Oh, there we go. He didn't call Glint.
Oh, he did.
Oh, he did call Glint.
I like
Glint
it.
for Glint.
I like it. Energize out a Gravekeeper, sending Lily, adding back Lily.
Oh, did he top deck a Gravekeeper?
Yeah.
Yes. Fantastic.
So
there you go. Gravekeeper.
Yep.
Yeah, so he's gonna keep the engine, get all the Gravekeepers in hand and grave as quick as possible while the other deck is not applying pressure.
Yep.
Get that engine going. So this is good for Cole in the early game. Oh man. So with 2 will, what is Lucifer gonna do?
Going for an early evil elemental.
If I could see it being an evil elemental.
Yeah. It's either that or Black Tears. Those seem to be the only effective cards that he would really want to search.
So yeah, then what you're praying for is that this stone right here is that one. Because he's going to eat some damage here. He's going to at least go down to probably 28. Joan or Majin, and then Shada? No. Yeah.
Another Gravekeeper. Right.
Gravekeeper, get Gravekeeper. Just keep that thing going.
Yep.
Yep. So then pass turn, and then on his turn 3, it's probably should just be draw card, pass, Jet Black. And then at that point, then he can play Grim on turn 4, and then have the 1 will for Evil Elemental.
Mm-hmm.
And he should be. He did. He just passed, and he's absolutely.
Yep. So
yeah, good play here. Cole's not going to be able to play anything from hand, so Cole's turn becomes Call Stone Pass. He'll probably even ping himself for 3. Get
Gravekeeper back.
Ooh, he just hit his second mystery. He's going to glint from Grave. Probably call the Grim.
I don't know. I would take the risk of calling Evil Elemental because, yeah, he's got it. Oh, he didn't call it.
No, he went for the Grim.
Unless he has another glint. But.
Well, essentially, right now, he still has the 1 Gravekeeper in hand. So what he's going to do is he's going to pay the 300 life to get something, right? And this is going to bait. This is going to... Oh, see? Like, so this is almost like Evil Elemental Uprising against Frayla is almost like trying to Evil Elemental
Gil.
Gil. In the we're going to be doing this all game.
True.
Stopped this specific instance, which actually he wasn't able to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, there we go. There we go. Popping red. Let's see. Let's see if he tops decks. There we go. All right, so Majin's still off. So probably Gravekeeper here. Again, go get Protector. So Protector's there. The board wipes are gone at this point, right? So everything's going to be spot removal at this point. So I do not mind the Gravekeeper. Right? I do not mind the Protector there at all. So what did he put back in his hand?
There we go, Gravekeeper.
Where did that one come from?
From the grave. He has multiple Gravekeepers.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. I forgot. For some reason in my mind, Evil Elemental was played.
Oh yeah, not yet.
So yeah, Evil Elemental.
We thought he was going to drop Grim and play Evil Elemental, but he just went for Ruined Earth instead.
Well, like Evil Elemental will be a good play when like a Zhone gets there, or something along those lines, right? Right now it's a bunch of pesky things, and so the value's not entirely there, and especially since it's not in response to like the March of the Dead or anything along.
Right.
So let's see. Now Lucifer is at the. There we go. Zhone. Did he call Zhone?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did.
And there's double.
Does he have the ability to glint? Dude,
he
bring
has two
it.
mystery
Majin.
counters.
Hit the Majin
And
Dark
then
Elf.
Evil Elemental everything.
Yes, this is good. Or the Lilies. Lilies might not be a either.
Lily's only good if he actually has good Dark Elves engraved, though. And if he Evil Elementals, Lily kind of loses most of her impact, so I don't know.
So this isn't bad. That was a good play, and he's still got the 1-ups. So this is because if he hits the Nullstone, then it doesn't feel the best, right? But there's a 50% chance. There's a 50% chance here that he hits the Nullstone.
Mm-hmm.
If he does not hit the Nullstone, then Patrick looks like a god right now. Like, in that I think that is a smart play, because if that was a Blackstone, then he still had 2 Lilies to play in his hand with a Lily Protector in grave, negging whatever Resonator that he tried to play.
And he does hit the Nullstone.
So he is not a god. So, gonna get ping damage here. Gravekeeper, I don't imagine coming. So, first 6 is on its way.
He doesn't have enough for the Embrace of Darkness, so does he have the sword in hand that he drew?
Probably not, because remember, we still want to Evil Elemental. He can't come off of that at all. So, like, his biggest thing is, do I block this and let my Ray die trade into a Gravekeeper?
Oh, it can't be attacked, though, so...
Yeah. So, yeah, essentially what he's going to do... Oh, yeah, you're right, it can't be attacked. So,
on it. Yeah.
This would be a free block. Absolutely. That is a fantastic point. So, he took it.
Although... If he has another okay, he doesn't. But if he had another Lily in hand, if he blocked the Majin, the Lily would come in and neg the Ray down to 0.
Yeah, you are absolutely correct, but worse right now. Because again, he went wide, and if Lucifer, oh man, Belial is like the only look of right now that Lucifer, because like all of a sudden we're getting to critical damage at this point.
Yeah, I don't know though. Like even a Belial coming down the next turn, he gets some damage with Ray before he drops the Belial because it's just going to kill the Ray, and then the Belial just resets the Frayla player because he goes back to his turn. He flips Frayla, and he drops another Majin. Like that seems really good for Frayla. I don't think Belial gets there either.
How do we handle this board?
Let's see the stone, demonic soulstone. It is 3 will to 100 for each dark elf. To both players. Okay. Oh, I didn't think about that. So technically, the demonic soulstone can turn on Majin if you want for 3 will.
How is that? Oh, because it does. It does
Yeah.
ping both players, absolutely. But you still need the red source to play it, right? And the only red
that
source
is
in the
true.
deck is the
Null
no magic
stone.
stone.
Yep.
So. Mm-hmm. That is Joan though. That is Joan top. That was not good. So Black Rosario will work.
Against
Then
so no Belial.
that was Gravekeeper instead of Maj, and tap into probably playing the Embrace or a Blood Spray in hand if he has it, because he got the 1 mystery counter.
I don't know if I'd be willing to play a blood spray and put myself closer to lethal.
But Blood Spray does get you into Belial for 3 range.
True.
But then you're
But
killing
then you
your
can't
own
even
0
play
at
it
that
turn,
point.
and you know that he has a Majin in hand.
No, I'm saying like he paid 2. Oh yeah, sorry, he played 2 for the
And
Black
Frayla
Rosario
still
was
hasn't
free.
Yeah, and Frayla still hasn't flipped this turn either. Or this game.
Alright, so let's see. He doesn't have the reanimations in hand, so Embrace the Darkness definitely goes against Joan at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then 0 into Majin, play the Skeleton Horde. Then at that point he's at 4 will. 4 will. He could block. He will lose a 0 for sure. But yeah. It's got to be Embrace the Darkness as Joan. Because then if Skeleton Horde comes down at that point, we have a blocker that can block 2 things. So Judgment. Then I'm assuming Lily gets reanimated. Oh, no, Lily's gone, right?
Yes. Yeah, Lily's been expelled.
Yeah, so Shade Assassin and Dark Elf Gravekeeper, not the best options there. Skeleton Horde swing into Majin. That's my guess, because I don't believe I would Majin on board, knowing that it is going to get like something else is coming from the graveyard.
Does Frayla only bring a Dark Elf back into play when she flips?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So at that point, he's going to probably bring back the Gravekeeper and pump it up to an 8 damage after swinging with Frayla.
Yeah. So hopefully, a sword.
This turn. All right, so we're just going for Gravekeeper, Majin.
This is actually very good for Lucifer.
Yeah.
Feel like the Judgment was the worst thing that could have happened there. So
I want to know what that other card is, because there's a possibility he plays his own Blood Sprays. So he could actually play a Blood Spray, take off a Skeleton Horde. It gets a token, draw 2 cards.
Well, he's swinging right now.
Yeah.
So Blood Spray is not instant speed.
Yep.
So I would say the
Maybe
Skeleton
sword?
definitely gets the block. But then, I mean, at this point, we're talking like the word.
Oh. Kill the Majin and get a.
And get
nice.
Skeleton and the Skeleton Horde. So get a Skeleton and the Horde back. That's not bad. That's not bad play. Well, so much for Sword of Lament. Not bad at all. So whatever that one card is, it's almost null and void at this point. He's not going to push near the damage that he wants to. And now Lucifer... Oh, wait a minute. That actually wasn't a legal play. Because Zero's on board, he can't target himself with Power of Immortality.
That is true. That is fine, I believe. Oh, are they going to game 3?
I believe so. There you have it, folks. If you fast enough, you can make up your own rule. So, easy peasy.
So yeah, he wouldn't have been able to get that through, and because he decided not to judgment that turn, there was no way he had enough damage to be able to push through.
Yeah, no, and he's right. He had plenty of runes flip to double to get a double Astema.
I think the Frayla player would have won in the end, though, despite that. But
if Frayla would have judgmented,
because if Frayla judgmented, she could have killed off the Ray or the Zero. And the Astemas can't swing that turn, so the Astemas are literally just gaining some life for the Lucifer, and then it's going to come back to the Frayla player. Frayla's still on board.
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely. I believe Judgment was the only what card he drew that he thought not judgmenting.
Yeah.
But Cole is getting very tired.
Oh,
so
yeah.
All right, so Cole's going to go on the play, and the engine is rolling. Gravekeeper into So this will be interesting. We'll see if Pat believes that strategy only worked because he was going first, or let's see if he continues with the early disc hand insight approach. Yep, good. So, yep, March of the Dead, all day. So, yep. Everything going smooth right now. Take some early damage for Lucifer. Try to get to the Jet Black. Same strategy as last game.
Yep.
No Glint of Insight this time.
Yeah, and unfortunately no duplicates to really make that incentivized play.
True, except that you can probably bet that another down.
No Null Stone yet for the margin.
That is very true. So yep, other Gravekeeper's coming down.
Probably
we're gonna find out what kind of. Yeah.
Yep.
So thinning the deck of Gravekeepers. And probably end up just hitting. If I were to glint again, it would be to hit the Faith and the. Again, just hitting the spells is the actually truly 1-for-1 with discard.
Yep.
Against Frayla.
Just like when Lucifer's against Brunhild, you got to hit those blades and those spears.
Yep. If you hit any humans or anything along those lines, you're just setting yourself behind there. Yep. So,
hey, hit an early missile time, then let Brunhild flip.
Absolutely. Good. So let's see. 2 stones with the Energize. We probably don't. We don't turn to Jet Black. Can't imagine that we would turn to Jet Black. Optimum, if he had a Glint and a Skeleton Horde, that would be probably.
Yeah, because the whole point of the Jet Black is to be able to board wipe and buy you a turn, and if you're using the Energize, you're setting yourself back a turn. So. I
agree. So Sword coming down here, probably the one remaining Blackstone for Lucifer is going to be used for a Spider's Web, perhaps. Maybe.
So. It's cool because it's actually spot removal for the Gravekeeper if that matters. But
yes. And it'll be interesting to see if he actually uses it as removal or if he goes and gets his cord back.
I believe. Oh, it's a 1/1. Oh, all this time I thought the token off Skeleton Horde was another 4/4.
Oh my gosh, that would be broken. A 1-drop 4/4 that turns into a 4/4.
Yeah, seems good.
Great. All right, so 3 Gravekeepers here. So Cole knows he can't go too crazy here on Resonators because he's black. I would say though that a Faith in the Darkness, yeah, Faith would be fine because if he does hit a Jean, that's a 7 defense, and she will survive.
Or the Ray.
Ray will also survive. So I think an Awake Moon right now on the Ray would be nice. Let's see if he has anything that he can do with that 1 will.
Honestly, it's going to be really problematic for him if he doesn't have it. Yep, there we go. Because otherwise he was going to Jet Black, and then that goes into a 0. 0 gets a free swing for 2 damage, and now he's got a 0 on board.
Yep. Energize into Ruined Earth.
That works.
What?
Saving the Jet Black for the next turn.
Spicy. And sets him back a rune. Or sets him back a stone. Well played, Patrick. Well. Damn. This is not even the same Patrick from game 1. He learned so much so quick. So much. And Lily's on board. Pass. Lily doesn't. Well, let's see. You can remove as many. Huh. So let's see. Remove a Dark Elf in your graveyard. So I guess we do kind of have to. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
There it is.
Spray.
Nice.
No protector.
So let's see. Something. Cards 2, 4, 6, 7. Hopefully he's got another. Hopefully he's got another like a cheap resonator, like another would be good, and then leaving up the 1. Anything really, just to kind of be a little reactive. I think it would be fine.
I agree. Nothing
super aggressive in Cole's hand though. He's definitely at a 50%. What was the stone? Oh, they hit a null stone. Wow, so he's 3 of 8 stones. That.
Why is Frayla at 8 more stones?
You know what? That's very interesting. I don't know why Frayla has 8 stones. Has Frayla always been running 12 stones?
No.
Well, it is now.
Because what? It was... We had seen 4 stones already in the previous game, and it was only 6 left in the deck, and you said it was a 50-50 with 3 null stones. I remember that. Why are we at 12 magic stones now?
I don't know. Huh. That is very interesting. Unless it...
Did he, like, increase the count on his demonic soulstone?
No. I mean, unless he's just playing 4/4/4, but I don't know.
He wasn't in the previous game.
I don't know. Maybe in sideboarding some stuff got messed up. We'll see if a stone comes out and...
Put in an additional redstone.
So this is actually very fine for... Yeah, because if he spiderweb 6-3 takes 1, goes into your turn, call a stone, got 2 will to do into Jet Black during their turn. He's probably even gonna awaken that to get a resonator back.
Yeah, we're assuming the same, Steven. Probably something wrong in sideboarding.
So it'll be interesting when he calls a 6th drone arc from the stone deck.
Mm-hmm.
Bold strategy. So
Hey, Steven, if you want, you can get in here. It's the voice channel on the Discord. It's Gauntlet commentary.
oh, he had the evil elemental uprising in hand. Fantastic. So he spiderwebs the zone and evil elemental uprising. He's gonna have 2 stones. He's gonna jet black wings, 3 cards in hand. Lucifer is in complete control.
Yeah.
Damn. This is very well done. Very well done. And I'm trying to think what... I don't know if it was any sideboarding that Patrick did. I don't think that it was. I think it was just game 1 he made the mistake of thinking that the 3-drop Gil with barrier was going to somehow
he way
do it.
overcommitted to that play.
Yeah. And Frayla just walked all over it with the low curve that Frayla has. And now Patrick has found the win recipe. So he's going to go search once, pass turn, jet black wings, set himself up, and...
We're in a much better position. And then after that, we can start possibly looking at Belial or Athena's coming down. And that high curve and Lucifer starting to actually hit the board.
It'll be interesting. I don't know if Pat plays Athena.
I believe he used to, but he's constantly changing his list. So
I will say, in the amount of Lucifer that we've been playing, I am falling more and more in love. Astema is just a powerful, powerful card. It is burn, life gain, and a flying body, and draw, and it has like... So when I was up in Michigan today, they were playing games, and they were playing with Astema all the time, and just the amount of math and manipulation that you can do with Astema to get to lethal is fantastic. Is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, once you get up to 6, 7, 8 wills, double Astemas start to feel crazy.
Yeah. And just as an extra little perk, it's also a fallen angel, and so it doesn't die to the Belial board wipes.
Oh, absolutely. Here we go. Cole is not hitting. Or wait, yeah, he just did. He just hit a null stone. That was the stone that he called. Past turn brought a Shade Assassin to hand. So probably a mitt full of Resonator and an just about a free turn for Lucifer. So we're on 6 stones now. What do we play? If we have an Astema, we very much start playing Astemas. Start hitting those stones again. Does Astema get to choose the stone? Or, I'm sorry, Athena. Does Athena get to choose the stone?
No, she does not.
I was about to say.
Yeah, the
if we could
opponent
just
banishes the stone of their choice.
keep choosing the null stone.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, that would be frustrating. So +5, -5. Wow. Wow, if he has another Astema, he can go +5, -5 again, and then just burn the rest of the way. He'll be at 32. The opponent will be at 12. You 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he could burn for 15. This is what I mean. Like, Astema is nuts. So now, the thing you gotta think about is, does this have any way to mess up your math with 5 open stones?
There's plenty of ways for that.
The fact of the matter is, I don't think it does. I don't think it has, and this is a good play. So he's probably gonna go for the Majin, the Dark Elf. Probably gonna go for the Majin Dark Elf.
Oh.
Ooh! He did not get the value. Or did he blind glint for something else?
Oh, he called for March of the Dead.
Okay. What resonators are currently in So only a Shade Assassin. So Frayla doesn't even get in the grave for her judgment.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very interesting position for Cole. Cole needs a Lily online. And I think 2 of them are already gone, correct? One is currently in the removed area. Gravekeeper. What are we going for? Lily. Does he think he's gonna survive one more?
No, he's just getting
Judgment.
It off the flip.
There it is. Judgment, flip, get Lily. Pump it up. Is there a protector engrave to protect?
No, but there is a Shade Assassin for Drain.
There is a Shade Assassin for Drain, but nothing for Barrier.
Yep. But
that's gonna... He's got 2 will open right now, so...
Yeah. And he's gonna pump the Lily, so the Lily will actually be a...
There it is.
Okay.
There it is. So, probably... Block Power of Immortality. Yeah. A Stemma Drains. Cool.
Comes back in.
Yep. That's GG. That's GG.
Can't block the flyer.
A Stemma
swings and burns.
Nuts. A Stemma is the best. And honestly, so flippin' and so proud of Patrick. He nailed that.
Mm-hmm.
After game 1, he nailed how that deck was supposed to be played. Very well readjustment. Very good job going game 2 and 3 to take it. Definitely within time. This was a real game. He'd have landed 2 and 3.
Yep.
Very good. So, Cole ending the night. Tired, hungry, beaten. Not the showing he wanted to have for Frayla.
Not at all.
Not the showing. What do you think happened?
He was wanting to at least take Kirik down before he went.
And he did. He said he was 100% positive that he would. He absolutely did.
There it is. That's what was in his stone deck, life or death struggle.
Why? And did he accidentally...
I'm assuming
that's
so.
crazy that he just never...
He accidentally dragged it there.
That's crazy, though. In all these games... Won. Yes, we are aware. So, Joey, talk to me. You were here for most of it. Why did Frayla not do what we expected it to do?
Well, it actually really did well on the Hanzo matchup, which personally I was not expecting that to go well. I thought with all the disruption that Hanzo has between the Lorites stopping like Frayla's return to hand effect and rapid fire Sandstorm being able to board wipe and stuff, I thought it was actually going to go a bit worse for Frayla than it did. I didn't think he was going to get the Hanzo matchup, but he did in the end. And then when he played against Gil, I think that was just Cole being nervous. It was the first game of the Gauntlet. He really should have had the Gil matchup. I was playing terribly. I had terrible starts in game 2 and 3. He had an opportunity to be able to trigger multiple drains on Lily in game 3. And then he knew about it. He talked about how he should. He chose not to, and then I punished him for it. So I don't know what was going on the first round. I think it was just the first round of the Gauntlet, and he was just a little bit nervous about it. And he actually probably would have been able to take the final round here with Lucifer if Patrick Ogrentz had just not adapted so well. But
went on body.
Sorry, what was that? You're breaking out a bit now.
Hey, Pat.
Hi.
Maybe you can tell.
What?
I think Joey sounds like a robot.
Yep. All right, my
connection's
connection's
like a
good
robot. Nope,
there
it's
you go.
Oh, all right. Okay.
What? It was me?
Discord was having a little bit of an issue trying to
Yep.
connect.
Oh.
It's good now, though. My connection's good.
All right. So yeah, Frayla
Yeah. Frayla got bodied.
did. It very much did. And
Makes
this
me
is
sad.
this is very sad, and I know it's going to be very sad for Cole, because Cole was very much, and I attest to this. In our testing, outside of the Gauntlet, Frayla performed better than it did today. And
he also did remark that I'm playing a lot more of a Control Lucy.
You have a channel for this. I did not.
There we go. He's
I thought you guys
here.
had a call. I thought you guys had a call going for this, so I was just like waiting.
Oh.
Nope. Well, I guess while you're here, real quick, down. Cole, give us your final thought. Frayla, what happened?
I feel
What
like
do
it
you
did not
love?
perform very well, which is.
You feel like it was you or the deck?
I think the deck still needs tuning if I wanted to make it better, and truthfully, I think I'd still bring this if I were going to a GP, because I don't really want to play Gil or Keurig or Lucifer. So,
Would you be saying that if you didn't have your paid invite to Worlds already? Because
if I didn't have my paid invite to Worlds,
the Ryan Miles syndrome is real. Like,
if I didn't have my paid invite to Worlds and I were competing for an unpaid, I think I would still say the same. Because I think for me, I don't value the unpaid as highly. But for Minnesota, I would really have to think about it.
All right.
I would definitely have to. Here's the thing. I think that I wouldn't bring this for Minnesota because the thing is, I feel like I can play this deck well enough that I can do well with it. I don't think I can play this deck is good enough that it can win against everything and take first place. I think it can do well, can maybe top 8. I don't think it can get first.
Okay.
And I say maybe top 8. Like that's the thing. It's like you know what I'm saying. Like
yeah.
There are some decks that are. It's like, oh, this deck is good against the meta, but I know that there's going to be a IU in top 8 or something, so I can't bring this deck, right? Something like that, right?
It's very
like
hard.
that's been a thing before, and it's just like I can't bring that if I want to get first. So this is one of those I couldn't bring it if I really wanted to get first. So I'd have to think about how important trying to get first was versus just trying to do well at the tournament. Because I mean, I went into Vegas not expecting an invite and almost not caring if I got the invite. So
there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the winning recipe. If you want,
I mean, if you don't expect anything. Well, it was just like I was a little like disheartened because we'd gotten all the announcements about canceled GPs and things like that, and I was just like, man, I don't know anymore. I was like, not that many people I know from the US are going to be going, so it's not going to be as fun. And like, that it's like if I don't make it here, then there's not as much to compete for. So I was just like, I was so demoralized. I like was just like, I'll just play Pandas. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it would be a different situation right now if nothing had changed. We currently have 5 rogues going. We'd have 3 unpaids and 2 paids.
Yeah.
Because, both myself and Jonathan Ball should have invites if we were playing by the old rules.
Yep. That is absolutely true, and it does hurt.
It does.
I mean, I feel like, I made some pretty glaring mistakes, like, against machines. I did misplay one game, I think, enough that it screwed me a little, but he also had the most godly mystery box. That was sweet.
Yeah.
What was it?
He mystery boxed into 2 Mosasauruses, a Camelot, a Lancelot, and a Misty Dragon, I think.
Yep, I saw it.
Which is pretty much the nut. That is the sweetest mystery box I have ever seen. Like, open your presents, like.
Oh my goodness.
And like against Patrick, like I'm thinking back on it now, I just like hard didn't mulligan well. I think it's been so long since I played against Keurig. I just you really have to aggressively mulligan for Gravekeeper, pretty much.
Yeah.
And you keep a Lily if you see it.
And that's it.
You'd keep Faith in the Darkness, actually,
really?
if you don't have the Lily. If you have the Gravekeeper but you don't have the Lily, you keep Faith. If you don't have the Gravekeeper, then you don't keep Faith. Because Faith is a lot of the time a Lily. It's enough of the time a Lily that it's better to keep the Faith and see 1 fewer card, in my opinion.
Okay.
But But it's also just like the ideal start against Keurig, which I think I never did because I'm too dumb to have realized it when I had the opportunity, was like turn 1 just Gravekeeper, and then turn 2 just play Lily, even though it kills nothing. It's fine. If they spend their time dealing with the Lily, they're not spending their time killing you.
Right.
Which is
very true.
And if they don't kill the Lily, that's great. So, I mean, yeah, no, I just made some serious. I mean, but Patrick did play very well around Frayla. I think he's had a lot of practice as Keurig against Frayla because he's kind of in my punching bag for that. Yeah. So, I thought
finally the punching bag punched back.
And those Lucifer game, that first Lucifer game was so weird.
I didn't draw a single discard spell other than that glint.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Patrick, when you get a chance, you're gonna have to watch that one when we post it on YouTube. You're gonna love Joey and I's commentary.
Oh no.
I'm looking forward to it, even though I'm gonna get the shit taken out of me.
I'm gonna go back and watch the VOD right now because I can. That.
There you go.
Yeah, the Ruiner is just so.
Are you still alive, Joey?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I just say that Ruiner?
God damn it, Joey!
I love Ruined Earth and Lucifer, and I'm so glad you played it against me, even though that was like the thing that really ruined me.
Oh, it was. Oh, Ruined Earth ruined you.
Oh yeah. I mean, cutting me off from red is huge, and just slowing my judgment down by a turn is so important.
Hell yeah, it is. All right, Joey, if you want to close it out.
Yep. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate you coming by. We plan another Gauntlet in another 2 weeks. Hopefully it'll be another fun deck like Frayla. You guys have kind of figured out what the meta is by now, so we'll be sticking to some more casual Tier 2, Tier 3 decks to see how much of a shot they actually have. So, till next time, guys. Thanks for stopping by.
And keep in mind, the casual decks we run, it's not that they're bad, it's that they tend to have 1 or 2 really bad matchups that are showing up in the meta, so they're okay against everything except for 1 or 2 things, and then you just can't bring them because of that.
Yep.
You really want to do if you want to get first, but if you just want to do well at a tournament, you might just dodge your matchups and do very well. Yep. So
like Tigris.
So if you want to bring Tigris and you manage to dodge the Lucifer and outplay the Gil, you'll be fine.
All right, thanks, guys.